TC.
I'm Taylor.
And we just gonna, just have a little talk, what's going on within the world, And like I've been seeing a lot of stuff like on social media about like black women and them not feeling protected and all this stuff going on. Like, so what do you think about that? Like, do you agree with that? You being a black woman, and how do you feel about that?
I have mixed emotions about it. I also think that it depends on the environment and what kind of black men are around you. So, for instance, we can't say that black women aren't being protected based off, a few black men that don't do what a man should do. You feel me? So say if a woman is being harmed and a group of black men don't help her, are we judging the whole, you feel me?
I see what you're saying.
Are we judging everybody off of a small percentage, or? But I could personally say that I've never really been in a situation to where a black man or a man has tried to harm me, or that I've been in any type of danger. But I can also say that if I was, I don't know what the outcome would be in protecting me. Like, I don't know. And I think that's scary to say. So, like, if I was in a group of black men and something was to happen to me, I can honestly say it's up in the air pretty 50-50 of whether they gon' do what they're supposed to do or not. I think that shouldn't even be a question. Like, I feel like even if you don't know a woman, it's just human decency to, y'all have that instinct to where y'all are protectors, y'all are providers. That's born within y'all, and you should be fulfilling that role. And whether you know that woman or not, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's sisters, that's somebody's daughter. And if their dad or whomever protects them is not around, you take on that role. Unfortunately, men, you are a man, so when that man isn't around, you take on that role. So if women don't feel protected, something is going on. Something ain't right.
I low key feel like it's the truth. Like, they right. Like, they got every right to feel like that. It's like you got a lot of women that's been coming up missing. Yeah. You got like women being killed. You got like women have to fear so much. Like,
definitely
rape, domestic violence, like being kidnapped. Like, it's so much stuff, and that's not even let's not even get started on the stuff that they have to go through internally.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got to go through self-esteem. Then they got like pregnancy issues and like, and then after that, postpartum and stuff like that. And there's been a lot of men that they say haven't been there, like, and stuff like that. So it's like, women go through a lot of stuff, and some guys don't want to admit it, but like, you gotta be real. Like, women go through a lot of stuff, like. And if I'm being real, like, they have the right to feel like they're not protected. With all the stuff going on, like, a few weeks ago, there was this girl from Florida. Her name was, I think it's, she went by Toyin. I don't know how to say her name, and I won't try to, but right. Rest in peace. But she was talking about how she was going through it with her family, and like, she didn't feel like she was safe at home, going through different things. And then she had got into a situation with this guy. He tried to offer her refuge or something like that. Forgive me if I'm messing up the story or whatever. But he offered her refuge, I think, and he ended up like murdering her. Like, he ended up like I'm saying, sexually assaulting her, and then he murdered her. So it's like things like that. Like,
men don't even have to worry about that.
True. but as men, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the stuff that go on. Like, you can't, like, for you to be out here like that, like, I can't even think of a word for you to be like even engaging into that type of stuff.
Like savage.
When I see it, right, but when I see a woman, like, my instinct is to be like, you know, caring and loving, and you know, I just want to show my emotion and my affection for her. Like, what would make you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, strong arm a woman and try to take her innocence from her? Like,
I'm gonna tell you something, TC. I think that, you know, they say men rule the world. You feel me? Men. That's the old term. It's 2020 now, so I don't know. But the old term is that men run the world, and that's because y'all are stronger than us. You know, y'all have so much power. Y'all really are powerful beings. Period. And with power comes much responsibility. And you have some of these men that have all this power, and they know that they can easily overpower a woman or take advantage of her. It just really comes down to abuse of power.
Yeah.
You know, you have some men that use their power to uplift women and to make a woman comfortable, and to really, a woman in the presence of a good man is a perfect balance of feminine and masculine. But you do have these men that abuse their power, and then that's why you have the rapes. That's why you have domestic violence, because, you know, they know their power and they're just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and then I feel like you got those guys with, like, they don't have their ego under control. Women tell them no.
It's a problem.
They like, man, I'm entitled to all these women, man.
Entitlement.
I feel like I should have her. Like, dude, you gotta take no for it. You gotta take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to. Like, it's 7, almost 8 billion people in the world,
and you're mad about
and it's
one.
more women than men. And you mad about one, like she said. Like, at that point, it's a you thing. It's a problem within you. It's definitely a problem within you, and it's a problem that men need to get under control. Men need to, like, not even get under control, like, dead it, like, all the way, because it's like,
it's not right.
Then, because you got sisters, you got aunties, you got moms, like,
how can you be like that?
Yeah, like, what would make you be like I just don't understand
you
it.
Have sisters and mothers and aunties, and you know that you would never want film in that situation, that you would never put another woman in a harmful situation.
So I feel like women have the right to feel like that. Like, from lately, what's been going on, like, if they don't feel like they protected by black men, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I think most of the women that I know, they say, like, men try to holler at them, like, almost every day. Store, you know, and then
I went to the gun range and could barely get out the gun range without the dude saying, you know, do you want me to help you pick your gun out at dinner? Like, that type of stuff is just like, you know, just let me come do my business. And I understand sometimes it's harmless, but, you know, men have that. I don't know, not all men, but I don't know. It's just something. Some men just don't have, like you said, a hold over their ego, and they feel entitled. So
I like the fact that you said some. I really like that, because a lot of people on the internet, they like to generalize, like, all men, all women. Like,
no.
But we have to understand, like, within us, like, as being men, like, there are some of us who have these problems. Like, personally, like, I don't hang with nobody like that. Like, and I make sure that I don't hang with nobody who like, they feel like women is like the scum of the earth, like
objects.
Right, people on Twitter,
sexual objects at that.
People on Twitter will call them misogynists.
Yeah.
You been seeing that word run around?
They love that, like, toxic.
They love them big words. But I mean, it'd be a lot of truth to it, and sometimes they just want to retweet.
Yeah, definitely.
we have to hold each other accountable for that. Like, you need to be telling your friends who pressuring women.
That shit weird.
To knock it off.
But they don't.
And if they, true, and if you shouldn't even be friends with them if they like that, bro. Like, for real. Like, I really don't hang with people like that, for real. Like, my group, the wealth group, that's mainly who I be with. If I'm with anybody, I'm at work or I'm with my girl. Like, but
and the fellas know, because I have a personal relationship with all of them. If I hear something that I don't like how you bumming, I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't like that, bro. You need to come correct, and they know that. So
yeah.
I like how you said that y'all have to hold each other accountable, because I feel like a lot of some men, but a lot of y'all have a blind eye to what your homie is doing.